Annah. Welcome to the book crawl live in New York. How are you?
I'm fabulous, Melissa,
You
and
are
so
fabulous.
happy to be here with you and meeting all of these other amazing women and thought leaders, as you say, people who are really changing the world through words and inspiration.
We sure are. And so, your book is an incredible book. I've had the honor of reading it. You are going to be the first author on the book crawl. Let me ask you a New York state of mind kind of question. If you could bounce one message of life off the skyscrapers of New York for every person walking through a dark chapter in their life, what would you want them to see?
I would want them to remember and to know that the light always follows the darkness, always. And so no matter how dark life might seem, whatever you're going through, if you can just pay attention to those little glimmers of light. I think it was Rumi who said, the wound is where the light enters the body. And so truly, you might feel broken, you might feel shattered, it might feel like life is the darkest that it's ever been, and yet there's cracks for that light to shine through, for you to just hold on to hope. My book is Digging for the Light, One Woman's Journey from Heartache to Hope. And the Open to Hope Foundation, they have a saying, if you can't find your own hope, lean on ours. And so all of these amazing authors, like my book is all about hope, and everybody here that we're going to meet in some form or another, it's really about the hope that they had in darkness too. So I am super happy to be here with my story of not just going through the darkness, but those light moments that helped me, what I call literally climb out of the abyss of darkness.
I love that, Anna. My mantra is darkness is our greatest gift to light. And even though we don't feel that is a gift when we're in darkness, it really does lead us to a light, a higher person, a higher purpose, you call to action, all those, and then evolves you. It's polarity. You can't have one without the other. You need darkness to find your light.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I have one more quick question for you.
Yep.
New York City is a bright lights, but also hidden in shadows. What did writing Digging for the Light teach you about finding light in unexpected places?
Oh, wow. Really, it's what I call micro moments of healing. And so it's those when you're feeling like totally depleted and all of a sudden you have a burst of energy, or you're feeling sad and something makes you smile, or when you're feeling unseen and somebody offers to open the door for you. It's like just those little glimmers of, okay, just one more step and that light is there. So and in a place with how many millions of people, I think in New York, there's always light around the corner.
That's
or right in front of you.
That's right. I love it. Thank you for joining us live in New York, streaming live.
Yes.
Rooftop here in beautiful New York City. So I'm going to ask you to pass it on to the next author.
I am. Yep. And we have Tracey here. She's stepping in.
Tracey!
Hello.
Hello on the other side of the patio. How are you, my dear?
I'm good.
All right. Tell this big, beautiful world, this big, beautiful city, who you are and what you wrote.
Hey, everyone. I'm Tracey Doyle, and I wrote Life Storms, Finding Your Clear Sky. It's a book about burnout, and the whole purpose of the book is to help you develop practices to not only overcome your burnout, but to overcome your negative thinking, restore connection to yourself and the people in your life, and to find that personal joy and fulfillment again.
That's so beautiful. Show the audience your beautiful book. I can't see it. All right,
which way?
No, go back the other way. Thank you.
Can you see it now?
You can see it. Yeah, that's great. Awesome. All right, let me ask you a couple questions. So, if your book, Life Storms, could take over the Times Square billboard for 10 seconds, what message would you want the world to see?
I would basically want the world to know that what was shaped can be reshaped. You don't have to be held back anymore by burnout. You can learn how to shift that mindset and find your joy again.
That's brilliant. Thank you for sharing that message.
Absolutely.
And so Central Park is a beautiful place of stillness in the middle of, let's say, a storm. Where did you find the stillness to write your book, Life Storms?
Actually, I found my stillness sitting on my porch. I have an enclosed sunroom, and I looked at the sky every day as I wrote it. And what I found was some days the sky was just absolutely beautiful and open, clear blue. Other days it had tumult and clouds and darkness that just, actually, inspired me to think through how do you work through all of those clouds. And so that's where I was.
That's a beautiful place to be. The color blue is representative of a higher power, God, whatever you believe in. And I often look to the sky for answers and, peace and calm and stillness. So thank you for sharing. Tracey, if I could ask you to pass it along to the next beautiful author, I would be very grateful.
I will. I'm turning it over to Cathy.
Right here.
Cathy Holt, how are you, my dear?
I'm great. How about you?
Good. Tell this big, beautiful city with the millions of people and the world who you are and what you wrote.
I am Cathy Holt, and I work with women leaders to elevate their capabilities and their impact and influence.
I love it. And you do definitely have impact and influence. And, as being an author, it's hard to get visible. And, visibility to have credibility to create impact. So let me ask you a question. Just give me one moment here. Who is the reader that you wrote this book for? The person who most needs to be reminded of their voice?
I think it's really for every woman. I think that every woman is a leader, and that sometimes she just hasn't recognized her leadership capabilities. I mean, whether you're a mom doing a bake sale and organizing things at school, or somebody in the corporate world who's creating teams to get work done, those are leadership capabilities. They just haven't in the past really been associated with leadership because they were the soft skills. And now they're the desired skills in the leadership world. And, Forbes talks about it, and Harvard Business Review talks about it, and women are great at them. So they really need to just acknowledge that they are leaders and step into their leadership. And that's what this book does. Here's the book, because it really goes through the different traits that women are good at and why they are associated with leadership. And then there's exercises and stuff on how to elevate those traits if you need the confidence boost, or if you feel you're a little weak in that area. So I think it's for every woman. That's what I was hoping for when I wrote it.
I love that. It really is for every woman. And I said it earlier today in Central Park, you have been one of the women to give me inspiration to stand up, use my voice, encourage me. And I want to thank you for that, Cathy. Let me ask you one more quick question.
Okay.
How do you think women misunderstand using their voice, and what can they do to change that?
I think if they really concentrate on what they do well, what their strengths are, what they really believe, they start understanding that their voice is really needed. I mean, I've worked with women through the UN and through different NGOs that work with women around the world. And once they understand that they are the experts of their lived experiences, and only they have the perspective they have, and it's an important thing to contribute to the general conversation, I think that's when they start getting a little bit more confident, and also learning, about their strengths. And how I do also work with women to how to use that voice strategically, because I always say visibility opens doors, but influence creates change. And we all want to have influence so that we can create change.
I love that. I love you. Thank you so much for coming on here. I'm going to ask you kindly to pass it on to the next author. We're dying to eat up here. So,
yep, this is Liz. So Liz, come on over.
Oh, thank you, Cathy.
Beautiful Liz. Beautiful Liz, please tell the world and this big, beautiful city, New York, who you are and what you wrote.
So my name is Liz Lerner. I'm an author, speaker, psychotherapist, and coach, and artist. And I wrote Divorce Well and Thrive, your guide to being your best self under the worst circumstances.
I love it, and I love your book. I'm not going to share it. I'm going to let you share it, the story, the message behind it, with this question. What was the moment behind the book? The moment you knew this message needed to be shared with the world?
So one of the most heightened moments was when my former husband and I sent out an invitation to a separation party that really talked about the reformation of our family versus a difficult ending.
Yeah.
And all of the people who responded either thought it was a joke or thought it couldn't happen or were sharing their trauma with me about their own divorces or their parents' divorces. And people do not need to suffer. So the message behind this book is, let's do this in a healthy way. Let's find a way to have fulfillment and transformation. And even though it's going to be difficult, because it will, potentially, that there is a way to communicate and find one center and move through this with a vision that creates a completely different experience. And in the book, actually, there's a special section on my quantum presence technique that helps people do just that.
Oh, I love it. I really do love your book, and there is so much vision behind it. And from perspectives that I didn't think about, I think intuitively I knew. Again, when we get into your interview later down the road, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But before we end our conversation, I want to know, what do you think people divorcing or couples divorcing misunderstand about how their communication can be through their divorce?
So I think one of the things that happens is people get very short-sighted. There's a lot of hurt potentially and a lot of concern about who's going to get what or winning. And really what needs to be happening is thinking about what their future is going to be, what that day is, and what's going to come next. Because that's really what you're creating when you are making this change, this difficult transition, and turning it into something that actually can be constructive and building a different life for yourself.
Oh, I love that message. I love the vision that you have for such a hard transition, such as divorce. On that beautiful note, beautiful Liz, I'm going to ask you to hand it over to the next incredible author.
I would love to do that. I'm handing it over to Tammy and her wonderful book.
Thanks, Liz. Listen, when it comes to divorce as well, Liz knows. Do it.
We got Tammy on the rooftop. I can hear a little bit from on this side of the rooftop. Oh my gosh, beautiful soul. Tell the world, tell your beautiful city who you are and what you wrote.
Yes, I am the quintessential New Yorker. Been here a long, long time. I was born in Manhattan. So my name is Tammy J. Cohen. I raised 3 amazing sons here. This is my book, Text Messages to My Sons, Guides Using Mobile Devices to Connect and Communicate with My Kids. Having a really good time with the ladies of the book crawl, my fellow brilliant authors. So yeah, it's great to be here. And what was the question?
I didn't ask the question. I just asked you.
Okay. Okay, I think I got there. Okay.
I love it. I love how much fun we have when we get together and do these little mini crawls. Hang on, let me grab your question here. What do I want to ask? Oh, I know what I want to ask. It's a New York question. So the subway carries people through tunnels before they come back out into the real world. If they were traveling on a subway cart, what message underground would you like to give to those people?
Whether you're above ground or below ground, it's all the same thing, right? It's about how you show up.
Yeah.
And what you decide to do. Now, we are all victims of technology today. I say victims because we're all in a state of cognitive overload and algorithm fatigue. And the people who matter to us, it's very easy to reach them, only we have to be able to reach them where they are. So whether they're in the subway or they're wherever they are, everybody's got a phone on them. Now, yes, you need Wi-Fi or what have you, but point is that you can reframe conversation, you can deepen connection, you can build relationships, you can bridge distance. at any time of the day, no matter where you are, by sending an intentional text message, because that's, remember, where people are today. They're looking at their phones, they're addicted to their screens. But you can become that beacon of light by sending them enough text messages rooted in love, gratitude, sharing wisdom, sharing responsibility, sharing accountability, sharing life experience, and letting somebody know they matter. And once you start doing this, you become so much more present wherever you are. Start noticing things around you wherever you are. Start seeing the beauty in the world wherever you are. And then what happens is it ripples over. So you not only deepen the connection to that person who you're messaging with their expectations in return, but you're deepening the connection to yourself, which carries over to your friends, which carried over to your community, because that's the ripple effect of using technology differently than what we're used to today. And you know what? With all the manipulation, indoctrination, and misinformation that's out there, it's good to become that voice of reason, but that voice of light too. Getting that positive, loving energy out there, because that's the impact that we want to make, right? Getting more of that energy, the love energy, instead of the hate and the angry energy that's present in the world. We want to change that energy. And we can do that just with the phone. You don't need 30 years of therapy. You don't need to hire people. You have a phone, you can start, and I can show you how to start, and I can show you how to build a 30-day messaging habit.
I love it, and you sure can. I've read your book, and it was life-changing. How I
Thank you so much. Yeah, you're a mother of guys too, you know, but it doesn't matter if you're a mother of sons or daughters, or if you're messaging your spouse, or you're messaging your teammate, or you're messaging your friend, messaging your niece, it doesn't matter, your grandparent, wherever you are. There's always somebody who you know needs it, because what is happening? We have more ways to connect than ever before, and more people are stating they feel just more disconnected than ever before.
Right.
Whoever needs that daily message, feel connected, to feel better, to know that they matter, that's where you do it. And that's it. And it doesn't take more than that. It's kind of simple, actually.
It is super, super simple, and you're right. It's about sending messages of love and kindness and raising the vibration in the world, because that is really what we need. The world is messy right now, and the more that we can send communications of love and support and healing and hope, it is the ripple effect. You said that very, very well. Let me ask you one more question, and I already asked it, but I want to know your perspective, because you're a lifetime resident of New York. If text messages from my sons could take over the Times Square billboard for 10 seconds, what message would you want the world to read?
Wow, actually, I was on the billboard.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, in Times Square, and also on 6th Avenue, 2 different billboards. But the messages is just it's very clear. Use technology differently to bridge distance, to reframe conversation, deeper connection, to build relationships across generations. And it's very simple. Absolutely. That's the message.
Yeah. Message of love. Girl, I love you. Thank you. Actually, we're here on your beautiful rooftop bar. Thank you for sharing this little hidden gem in New York. It's beautiful up here. And on that note, New York City Live, we are over and out. Stay tuned. The book crawl is coming, airing on Easy Way, the Women's Channel, Kate Lerner, Bill Dukes, National Biz TV soon.
And just to you, Melissa, and the book crawl.
Yeah.
I love all my authors. All right, ladies, we did it.